then meet again, in thunder, lightning, or in rain, when the battle's lost and won. Where the place? Where to meet with Macbeth?
Mercer, Macbeth, from Virginia Beach. Probably, I guess I started about 10 years ago. It was just something that I thought about, and then finally in college I took an acting class and I started from there. I like the camaraderie, I like the ability to perform, to be people you're not, you find it, the interesting thing is you end up finding out a lot about yourself and other people, what it is to be human. There's a lot of psychology involved in understanding a play and understanding it. Macduff, he's a noble person. He cares about his country and he cares about loyalty, and he is divided, between familial obligations and obligations to his state and to the country.
Sosa. I play the role of Malcolm. I was born and raised in Norfolk, Virginia. Let's see. If I had to say, in more intangible terms, it's in my family's blood, I guess, to some extent, all the way back in the Philippines. But for various reasons, probably because I think it's a dubious profession, it probably didn't get back in our blood until I started studying it back in, I guess, high school, but more college. My inspirations for theater didn't necessarily come from my family because I didn't know about my family's beginnings, especially my mom's side, in acting until I was a little bit older. I think that watching old, American classic movies is really what got me into it, into acting. And it's weird because they were movies. They were like King and I, or An Affair to Remember, things like that. That made me enjoy movies. And yet I was always certain that I wanted to do acting more, because in my toddlerish mind, my 4-year-old mind, I was like, yeah, actors that do the stage are definitely more hardcore. I was one of those kids.
Hello, my name is Matt Cole. I play Banquo. Originally, I'm from a small coal mining town in West Virginia called Bluefield. Most of my life, I can remember the first line I've ever had in a school pageant when I was about 6 years old. All aboard for the Western Express, leaving immediately and guided by the greatest locomotive engineer this side of the Golden Spike, all aboard. Yeah. Banquo is a fun-loving surfer dude who gets killed, and that's a spoiler, but I think it's Macbeth, so we can say that. But he's really close with Macbeth, but then they kind of go apart in their own separate ways. I actually like when you have a line, or maybe even a play. So I also do sketch comedy. And sometimes the sketches that we write are real turds. So I like shining the turd, so to speak. So if you have a line that doesn't really stick or something, I kind of like directing and trying to make something really well.
Breckenridge.
Duncan?
I am from Virginia Beach. Since the 7th grade, actually. Yes, went to Salem at first, and then Tallwood High School opened. Just gave my age there. But when Tallwood High School opened up, I was the president of the Pedestrian Society, co-founder, all that kind of stuff. So, the energy. It's really the energy that comes from the audience when I'm on stage. I've done film and television as well, but the truth is, there's nothing like the stage. There's a symbiotic relationship that occurs between the actors and the people out in the audience, and it cannot be matched in any other setting. Why did I make Duncan such a high energy good guy? If you look to the Scots monologue that starts with "If it were done when 'tis done," within that monologue he states that Duncan hath borne his faculty so meek, hath been so clear in his great office that his virtues will plead like angels at the tongue of the
I play the witch. I'm originally from North Carolina, but I currently live in Virginia Beach and have for about 15 years. I've been in theater for 25 years, I guess. Yeah. Oh, please. But I've been doing it since high school, basically. So, yeah. So Edwin and I own this one together, and we both in things. We also direct things. We do all kinds of stuff. We have owned this theater company since 2006. That was the first show that we ever did. My favorite aspect is that how live it is. You only get one chance during that one performance, like it's all happening in real time. So the only other time you get to do it again is if you decide to do the performance.
Played Lady Macbeth. I am from Chesapeake, Virginia, but I've lived all over the world because of my dad. I've been involved in theater since the 8th grade, so that's a very long time ago. It was a teacher that inspired me to perform theater. She saw me as very shy, and there was a production of Stop the World, I Want to Get Off by Andrew Lloyd Webber. And all of a sudden I thought, yeah, I think that's something I could do. Pretty much just reading the lines is how I got prepared to play Lady Macbeth. Looking at the lines, Shakespeare's perfection when it comes to giving you all the information that you need. And once I had that and knew the stories and how the relationships interweaved with one another, then I got to add my own take into that, as well as listening to my Macbeth and listening to Duncan and listening to the other characters.
Gray Simons. I play Macbeth.
Where are you from?
I'm living in Virginia Beach right now.
How long have you been involved in theater?
25 years. It's strange. I didn't do a play until I was a little bit older, so I think it was something about telling stories that I enjoyed and kind of getting in touch with the side of myself that I hadn't really thought about before. I do a little of everything, actually. I started out as a performer, but since then I've become a director and a writer and a teacher. I think I get satisfaction out of all of them. I think acting is the most fun. Writing is the most difficult. And directing forces me to think about the bigger picture a lot, which I'm not a very good multitasker. I think I have an actor mind. I can focus on one task pretty well, but when there's a whole bunch, it's difficult. So I'd say that's sort of the acting business.
Ha!